How did that come about? How did that show come about to you? How did that opportunity arise for you? And how did you kind of embrace that quirky role of Jay Peterman? You've cracked me up. You've cracked my friends up since college with that role. We've talked about that, and I'm wondering kind of how that came about. And is there any John O'Hurley in Jay Peterman?
Well, the role was only a guest star in the beginning, and it came on a day where my series on ABC called A Whole New Ballgame had been canceled. And so I went out to dinner that night with my manager, crying in my beer, trying to take the cancellation as personally as I possibly could. And we got a call from Larry David's office saying that they heard the show got canceled and they had a guest star for that show that week, a role, and they thought it'd be something I could chew up and have some fun with. But I said to my manager, I said, tell him no, thanks. I still licking my wounds over the cancellation. I said, and I didn't really want to go guest star in somebody else's show. And it was, my ego was just like coming out of every pore in my body. Long story short, the following morning, my manager never called Larry David's office back and said, and he called me and said, tell you what, just get out of bed, go over there, have some fun, blow it out of your system. And I said, nah, okay. So normally I allow myself 24 hours to mourn anything. And that had just about hit the time span. So I went over there and they handed me, they hadn't even finished the script. Seinfeld was the most disorganized show. And they handed me instead the Jay Peterman catalog, which is the most unusual thing I had ever seen. It was, pastel drawings of clothing that was, kind of romantic wear. And it had long adventure Hemingway-style stories attached to it. And I'd never heard anything. I'd never seen anything like this. I thought it was amazing as a piece of literature rather than as just a retail clothing catalog. And so they said, we just want him to sound the way the catalog is written, as though this stuff is just tripping off of his tongue. And so, it looked to me like a little bit of a 40s radio drama combined with a bit of a bad Charles Perrault. And so that was the genesis of the character. And as they finished the episode through the week, it turns out that Julia was actually going to be working for me, and everybody turned to me at the end of the show and said, looks like you got yourself a new job.